Welcome back to the Step Into Life Kitchen. In this episode, we're going to be joined by Step Into Life Essendon member, Lisa, who is also the founder of Healthy Mama, a website and blog space that offers healthy recipes for families and children. First of all, Lisa, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Can you tell us a bit about why you came to Step Into Life?
Yeah, sure. So basically I had had my first child and she was 1, and I saw a photo of my face, just my face, at a birthday party and realised, wow, I'm probably the unhealthiest I've ever been in my life. Yep. So that got me to thinking I had not exercised in my 20s at all. I was pretty active at school, but in my 20s, nothing. So I thought I need to do something about it, and then joined Step Into Life. So I've actually had 3 trainers, and one of the trainers was actually a friend of my husband's. So that's how I started to get into Step Into Life. And then since then, he's moved on, and I've had 2 other trainers, but I love it. I absolutely love it. So that's how I started getting into Step Into Life.
Wow, so you came to Step Into Life as a mum with kids,
yes,
and a husband,
yes,
and a job. How
yes.
did you find fitting that into your life?
Sort of basically wanted to make it a priority. My motto is healthy mum, healthy family, happy mum, happy family. So
that's a tweetable.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, so I just thought I needed to make it a priority. I wasn't feeling great either, so that's why.
So were you able to train when you had your second baby? So how did life and training change when Bubba number 2 came along?
So when I'm very, very lucky. I've got a very supportive family. My in-laws are amazing. They would look after my child while I did train during the day and stuff as well when I wasn't working. And my husband's very supportive too. So Saturday morning, 8 o'clock, he would have the 2 children while I was training. So that's, yeah, pretty much how I fitted in.
So how many times a week are you training with Step Into Life now?
So 3 times a week now. So I do 1 tone up and 2 cardios. But when I first started, I was doing up to 5 times
a week.
It was, yeah.
And may I ask, how much weight have you lost?
So over the journey, I've pretty much lost over 20 kilos, almost 25 kilos.
Wow.
Yep.
In terms of dress sizes, what was that?
So I remember going back to work when I first had my first child, and I had to get some work clothes, and I went to Target, which is pretty generous sizing.
Yep.
I had to buy size 18. So I've gone from size 18, I was generally around a 12, 14 before children, and now I'm about a size 10.
And that can be quite confronting.
Yes.
Starting a training program when you, as you said, you were unhealthy,
yes,
you were self-conscious. How did you feel in those first few weeks of training?
Well, I find with Step Into Life, because it's a group training scenario, that everybody that's there is very supportive and encouraging too. And the trainers always been amazing. Like all 3 that I've had have been great. So I found that I just had to push through and make sure I was going to get to my end goal. And I liked the way that it made me feel after each session too. So that kept coming back.
So how did life change once you'd started with Step Into Life and you could see the weight was coming off? What was your next step in the transition?
So once I started the exercise, I was probably about 6 months into the exercise, and I'd lost quite a bit of weight from training because, as I said before, I hadn't done anything. When I started, I couldn't even run to the letterbox and back without puffing.
Which is quite common of a lot of members.
Yeah, it is. And I see that when new members come along, I see that, and I tell them my story about, don't worry, it gets easier, you just got to keep being persistent. And I basically, after I was doing the training, my next step was looking at my diet.
Right.
So looking at the diet and what I was actually putting into my body. And the other reason why I started to train too was after my first child, I was trying to have a second child, and it wasn't going as planned.
Right.
And I got told that I needed to look at my health and my weight too. So that was.
So your weight was blocking contraception of baby number 2.
Yes, yes. So baby number 2 came easily after losing some weight and changing my lifestyle.
So how did those lifestyle changes prompt Healthy Mama, and what is Healthy Mama for those
sure.
who don't know?
So once I got the exercise started, it was all about looking at what I was putting into my body and my diet. And then when I started to research on healthy eating, I found there was a lot of, I don't know, boring and bland things. So a lot of chicken and broccoli, which I cannot stand.
Good luck getting the 4-year-old to eat chicken and broccoli.
That's right.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh no, I love to eat food. I must admit, I love food, and I love cooking too. So that's one of my passions is cooking. So if I'm going to eat something, prepare something, it had to taste great. Not only be healthy, but also taste great. So that's why I started doing some recipes and things, and I actually started putting it up on my social media, in Instagram and things, and then started getting a bit of a following, and then had people asking me for recipes and saying that I should do something with it. So that's how Healthy Mama came about, that I wanted to share what I'd learnt in terms of healthy eating, and that it can be done with 2 children, a husband, you know,
a new house,
a new houses now, that it could be done. So that's how Healthy Mama started, wanting to also show other families that you can eat healthy and you can have a lifestyle and still enjoy your lifestyle.
So what products are you hand making and selling on the website?
So here I do a lot of treat balls. The treat balls are probably my most popular item. These are the chocolate balls, but I've got 4 flavours. I've got goji berry balls, peanut butter balls, and a nut mix combination as well. These I find are great. My children love these as well. If I'm making them for someone, they're always hanging around trying to get one. I find these a great alternative to something if you want something sweet.
Yep.
So instead of having a chocolate.
Yep. So they're the perfect 3 p.m. pick-me-up.
Yes, exactly.
Yep.
Perfect 3 p.m. pick-me-up.
And you've also got a granola.
I've got a granola too that I find is great if you want. I normally put that with either coconut yogurt or natural Greek yogurt and berries and some granola on the top. You can even eat it just out of the jar.
Which is what I will be doing.
A lot of people eat it out of the jar. So,
and then you've got the spices.
And then I've got my spice mixes there too. So I found when looking at spice mixes and things in the supermarket, if you look at packets of things,
there's a lot of nasties.
Yeah. So I try and steer away from numbers. Anything that has a number, I don't buy. So that's why I started up the spice mixes too. And the spice mixes are great. They add lots of flavour to your meals. You have them in the cupboard. That's another quick and easy. Like you have a bit of protein, bit of chicken, bit of meat, and put some spice mix on it. It's a perfect meal. And
the recipe you're going to make for us today is out of your ebook. So tell us about your ebook.
So I've got 2 ebooks, but the first one, this recipe is from the first one. It's a salmon parcel. So it's basically a combination of all the recipes that I was trialling and testing when I was doing my healthy lifestyle. And it's got over 100, I think it's got 130 recipes in the first ebook, and it's got breakfast, lunch, salad, soups, dinner ideas,
all the basics,
all the basic stuff that you need. It's got on there if it's gluten free. Most of it's gluten free. Everything is refined sugar free.
That's good that you've made the distinction between refined sugar and natural sugar. That's awesome.
These have natural sugar in them because they've got dates in them. So you need to be careful when people say sugar-free diet. There's sugar, natural sugar in fruit and all that, and dates and things like that too. So.
Fabulous. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Lisa. We will link Lisa's website, how you can purchase her ebook. For Step Into Life members, there will be a special offer, so you can purchase the book there. We'll also link the recipe below, and we look forward to seeing you next time in the Step Into Life kitchen.